Guys, you are in for a treat. You see the title of today's video. We're going to be breaking down exactly how to go about getting your first client and set up your first cold email campaign so you can actually go out there and start landing clients through cold email. This is the exact same strategy that landed my first ever e-commerce. Let me say that again. Landed me my first ever e-commerce client. I don't know why that was so difficult to say, but anyway guys, we're going to be breaking this down, going through everything you need from how to gather leads, how to do the personalized first line writing, how to take your leads in and put them into your cold email software, how to set everything up step by step, guys. Now without me even going too crazy into this, all I ask for in return, guys, honestly, is drop a like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell because this is completely free. How insane is that, guys? People are charging for this. The last time I did a video like this on Lemless, it completely just blew up. One of my most popular videos, I believe it is, on outreach on this particular channel. So let's jump straight into this. Now, first and foremost, guys, you're going to need a couple of things. Number one is we're going to need a goal. Number two is we're going to need some leads. We're going to need a script, and then we're going to need some outreach software. I'm going to show you how to go about doing all of these. Now, those are kind of like the four things we kind of need. I'll probably zoom in on that a little bit. There you go. The four things we kind of need. So here's the first thing we need. We need a goal. We need to know how many clients we need to reach out to in order to hit a said number that we set ourselves. AKA, if you want to scale to 10K per month, right? How many, in a certain time frame, how many outreach do you need to do? How many days is that? How many working days is that? And out of those working days, how much outreach do we need to do? That's what you call reverse engineering. And again, this sheet right here that you're looking at on the screen is inside of age fragmentation, but I'm just gonna pretend the infamous goal for everybody normally is 10K per month. So we're gonna say 10K per month in 6 months from now. So it's the 10th of February, the time I'm shooting this. Let's say the goal is 10K per month, and we're trying to do this in 6 months. That leaves us with 129 business days to get 7 clients, assuming we're going to charge $2,000 for our clients, by the way, and we're outsourcing that at $500, which is kind of like a rough estimate, but I'm going to throw out some numbers just for ease of use. Again, for those inside of age fragmentation, all you have to do inside of this is change, what your actual goal is. Let's say your goal is 50,000, then obviously you now need to get to like 10 clients to make like 15K net profit, not revenue, net profit, that is. So I'm just gonna, and by the way, that revenue goal is actually slightly off, I believe it is. Yeah, it's slightly off. I'll fix the sheet for you guys, but this is like a copy anyway. I'm just gonna put 10,000 back in here. There you go. Let's actually do that. So we've got 10,000 back in here. We've got 129 business days, excluding Saturdays and Sundays. So it's Monday to Friday, excluding Saturdays and Sundays. If you wanna work the full 6 days, you just take this number here, 52, well, whatever number it spits out here, divide it by 2, then add it onto this, and then you'll have your 6-day week. There you go. Now we've also got some leads. Leads, by the way, you can go about getting leads very easily through software, through AI, through scraping leads, and just go and hire. You can either hire people on virtual assistants, what you call lead sources and lead scrapers, data scrapers. You can go and hire these people from Fiverr. You can go hire these people from Facebook groups. You can hire these people from Upwork. Upwork's probably the main place to go and get these people. Just tell them that you're looking for a bunch of leads, 5,000 leads, 1,000 leads, and you pay them for leads. It's so much more beneficial if you just go and pay somebody for leads. You're going to need to put some money into your business. I recommend putting money into your business. If you don't have money, then it's going to end up costing you a lot of time. Time is more important than money, so I would rather you use money to save yourself time. Believe me, that is the best way you can do this. Best thing you can do when it comes to starting a business. But here we've got the company name, the owner name, the website, email address, and what you call a personalized first line. These are just like information you can find online. For example, if you type in like Nike, the owner of Nike. For example, Phil Knight's the owner of Nike. Here's a nice kind of like, when was this? There we go. The Guardian made a kind of like article about him on the 3rd of November. So what we can do is actually say that we read this and that brought us over to Nike and you discovered Nike. That was a very bland way of explaining how to go get information for first lines, but all you would need to do is just honestly, just type in the actual company name. For example, this website right here, I'm just gonna copy it, paste it in here, and then just type in the owner, for example, just owner name. And then what we'll do is we've got like a lot of stuff popping up. We can either find information on their Facebook, we can find articles, we can find podcasts, we can find YouTube videos, we can find all of this stuff. And by the way, AI, there's tools like artificial intelligence that can go and write first lines for us. But me personally, I don't think that they're a good idea, because the type of first lines I like to write is stuff like, hey, Montel, I just watched your recent video on how to use cold emails to get your first client. I really like the point you made about first lines and not using AI. An AI bot at this moment in time, correct me if I'm wrong, but I have not yet found an AI bot that can go out there, find a podcast episode, listen to the entire episode, and then distinguish between whose voice is speaking, and then pull out a point that we need it to pull out, such as like an achievement they made in their business, and then take that and then put it into a coherent sentence that makes sense as a personalized first line. I haven't found a tool that can do that yet. If you guys know a tool that can do that, let me know. And if you want to build one, let me know. That's probably $1 billion business, by the way. So long story short, what you want to do is you want to end up finding leads. You want the email, verify these emails, by the way, using a tool called Never Bounce. There you go. Never Bounce right here. Use this tool called Never Bounce. Definitely go and use this. Verify your actual leads. Make sure your emails are not bouncing. Then what you want to do is you want to go and get a demo script. So you've got leads now. You've got leads, you've got personalized first line for these leads. And again, these personalized first line can be written by you if you've got no money, which I don't recommend because it takes ages. But if you've got money, you can go and hire what you call a personalized first line writer. If you've got no money for this, by the way, this is exactly why I keep mentioning the hybrid system. The hybrid system is where you use Upwork first. Before you start your main agency, you use Upwork first to offer social media management on that platform and like TikTok and stuff like that, and just short form content. You've scaled that up to like 1.8K per month. I've had students do that in literally 3 days, by the way. Like a student go from 0 to like 2.6K in 3 days. I'm sick and tired of that case study, but it actually has happened. There've been multiple students that have done it. You then take that money from Upwork, you're making from Upwork, the net profit of that, and you invest it into finding a person to find you leads. So you can now go and buy a lead sheet. By the way, you can buy leads as like a lead sheet that's already built, or you can go and get somebody to custom build you a lead sheet and just pay them. You can do either of those. Or you can use software such as technology lookups or like D7 Lead Finder or Lead Carrot, and you can just go and buy leads. You can go and buy leads, guys. So much easier to do that. Then you can use tools like anymailfinder.com, I believe it is, and it will actually find you the email address of the owner. And then what you would do is actually just write the personalized first line or get a personalized first line writer to do this for you. Hope that makes sense. Now what's going to happen is you're going to end up with a sheet that looks like this. What I actually want to do, by the way, is I'm just going to move this over just real quick, and then we've got the owner's name on here. I'm just going to grab the owner's name. 1 second, let me just scoot this over a little bit. I'm then going to split this column, split text to columns. There we go. And I'm going to detect this by space. There it is. So now we've got the owner's first name. Just gonna put first name here, and then last name here. We don't really need the actual person's last name, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna keep it in there just for the time being. Then what we can do is actually download this as a CSV file. I'm gonna download that to your computer as a CSV file. We've got our demo script. Again, you can actually go inside the instrumentation and learn how to write scripts yourself if you need that, or you can just go and find a script online or custom build your own. That's what I actually recommend you do. Use AI, custom build your own, or either just go into someone's program and start using their templates as a framework, so you can actually build upon that. Then what you want to do is get this software right here, instantly.ai. I'll try to leave an affiliate link for this down below, but honestly, this is the best cold email tool that I have seen in 2023. I'm not joking. The reason for that is because it allows you to have multiple domains. You can have multiple domains attached to it, all for $97 per month. So that basically means if you know anything about cold emails and Google's algorithms, Google doesn't like it when you use like mass automation tools. This is a mass automating sending email tool. It sends emails automatically for you, and if somebody doesn't reply to your email, it will detect that, and then 2 days later, depending on your sequence and what you've built out in your flow, your email flow, it will then send the next email automatically for you if the person hasn't replied to the first email. So you send email 1. If they don't reply to that after like 3 days, you set the time, by the way, they'll then get the second email to bump them and remind them of the first email. And if the person doesn't reply to this third email, the second email down here, there's a third email that will go out maybe 3 days after the second email and remind them to actually all in one thread, so they can actually see, the emails and whatnot. That's what a cold email tool does. But Google have become very, very smart at this, and they've become much smarter, and they're realizing that if you're sending maybe more than like 50 emails on a domain, that they kind of blacklist you and they don't deliver your emails to people's inboxes because it can come across as spam. They detect that you're using the email in a way that's commercial. They don't want you using email commercial. Email's supposed to be a personal tool to communicate between you, your colleagues, friends, that sort of stuff. So they don't like it when you're trying to sell stuff, set up meetings and stuff like that with people, especially not when you're sending friggin' more than 50 emails per day. So here's the workaround to this. You buy lots of domains, you've got like 10 different domains, and you connect it to one email software, which is Instantly AI. This is the only one I found that can do this. By the way, if you don't use Instantly AI and you try to connect 10 domains to like Lemlist, I know that you guys might know what Lemlist is. Lemlist is also a tool that's basically the exact same as Instantly AI. It's just that Lemlist makes you pay for each domain you connect. That means if you want to get Lemlist, it's $59, yes. But if you want to connect 10 domains, like I mentioned in my previous video, you're going to end up spending $590 per month on just the software, which is absolutely insane. Whereas you can achieve the exact same thing, exact same result with Instantly AI for $97, allowing you to save pretty much $500 per month, quite literally. So that's why you want Instantly AI and your demo script all set up. So these are demo leads. You want to download these. You want to write your first line, get your personalized first line writer to write these. By the way, if you want your personalized first line writer to do all of this, you have to find them, you have to train them. It took me about 8 months to get this system down right, and it took me like 3 different attempts. I actually ended up creating like a miniature video training program that I sat and recorded on Loom myself and then gave out to all of my virtual assistants instead of training 10 different people at once. Instead of imagine having to train 10 different people on how to write good personalized first lines individually. That would take ages. Instead, you can record the training once and give it to 10 different people. Kind of like an online course. I basically created an online course, but for my internal agency team. That's basically what I did back in the day, and gave it to my virtual assistants, and they came out to be perfect first line writers. So you can do that. That takes a little while to do. It took me 8 months and 3 tries. If you guys are inside of instrumentation, you know what I'm on about, because I give you the exact training so you can just go and steal it so you don't have to build your own. That's still open for enrollment, by the way. Anywho, personalized first lines. You download, you can get them done by yourself, or you can get a couple of virtual assistants to do this. I'd recommend getting a couple of virtual assistants to do this. Now you've got your scripts. Now what we want to do is go to instantly.ai. You want to go and set this up. I won't show you how to log in and all that sort of stuff. You can easily just go to instantly.ai and sign up and follow their onboarding process. They already have their own YouTube videos on how to set it up, so I'm not going to go over that. It's very boring. All you want to do is you want to click on campaigns, add a new campaign. I'm just going to call it my campaign 1. Continue with this. Just real quick, I'm going to import some leads as a CSV file. I'm going to click to upload. I'm going to click my demo leads. There you go. Open that up real quick. And then all you do is you match the company name with the company name, first name with the first name, last name with the last name. Website, you don't actually have to import. So I'm not going to import that because we don't really need it. The personalized first line will be personalization. There you go. And the email is the email. So everything is basically lined up. Company name with the company name. As you can see on here, JJ Hats is the company name, so that's correct. Go back. We've got the person's first name, Ada. Let's take a look at that. There we go. We've got the person's first name, Ada. You get the idea, guys. And now what we can do is just import all of these. Press upload, and then now our leads are basically nice and uploaded into this. Our subject line, I'm just gonna go and copy our subject line. Make sure you're using something like Grammarly to make sure that Grammarly is just like guys, you know what Grammarly is. It's just a way to kind of like make sure that you're not spelling things incorrectly. Then what you can actually do is add some personalization to this. I believe it is here, right here, there you go. And then start typing here. I'm just gonna put in this right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna paste this in here and explain what's going on right now. So we got hi name, personalized first line. I'm reaching out to you because of this. And again, this is just a demo script, by the way. Please do not copy this, but this would be step 1 of your email. This needs to be, you want to insert the variable here, person's first name. There you go. Person's first name gets put in here. Personalized first line would be, you delete that, you insert the variable, and you put personalization. There you go. That's the personalization. You want to delete the space. This part here where it says, hey, Ada, it will include the personalized first line, which is this line here. It will be this right here. It will insert the person's name. So it will say, hey, Ada. Then it will say, just read the Forbes article about you and your son, Sean, blah, 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 and the rest of that. Right here, I'm reaching out to you because we helped a client, and obviously these X's are I'm just pretending. I'm just gonna put Nike here for you guys. Took their clothing brand from, I'm just gonna put like 10K per month to 100K. I'm just gonna put 120K per month in, I don't know, 30 days or something crazy like that. Obviously this is just a stupid example, guys, but you get the point I'm trying to make. You can build your own scripts. I'm just showing you how you go about doing this. You press save on that. Then what you want to do is you want to add a step, and your second step would be, about three days later, I'd actually put, 3 days later, then they're gonna get a second step. You leave this empty. Subject line you wanna leave empty, and you wanna put in your bump email. There you go. And make sure where it says name, you put the personalized, put the actual name in there. The personalized, it's what you call a merge tag, by the way. These are what you call merge tags. So it actually pulls in the person's name. You wanna make sure there's no space in between the comma as well. And make sure you save that. Add another step. I'm then going to wait 4 days for this one. The first step, again, we're leaving the subject line blank. The reason why we're leaving the subject line blank is because we want it all in one thread. You know, like when you go to your inbox and you're talking back and forth to somebody and it's all in one nice place under one subject line. Well, you want this all in one nice place under one subject line, because if they open your third email and they go to reply to it, they can then still see your previous 2 emails that's in that same thread. That's what I'm trying to say there. So we're gonna grab the third email template. Again, these are just templates I literally just wrote before this actual video, just to give you a bit of context as to what's going on, but you get the point. So you can actually put in your name here, the actual name here. 1 second, there we go. First name. I wanna make sure that there's only one space, I believe. Oops, cancel that. One space in between that, and you just want to check over your work as well, my guys, just real quick. There you go. Hey, first name, personalized first line. There's already a punctuation. Where is it? Let's go to the first lines. All these first lines should have some sort of punctuation at the end. Yeah, there you go. So I don't have to add one at the end, because I don't want 2 full stops at the end. If I put a full stop here, then there's gonna be another full stop, is what I'm trying to say. I'm just gonna save that. The schedule now. Think about your schedules. Here's what I actually call your schedule, EST time, something like EST time. Like, think about your schedules. Let's think about this properly. When do most people check their emails? It's normally in the mornings. So normally what I like to do is think about what an entrepreneur's day looks like. Normally an entrepreneur will wake up, these are business owners we're reaching out to, by the way. So normally they're early risers. I would say like 90% of entrepreneurs are early risers, and when they wake up, they normally have their phone by their side, because that's their alarm clock. So to get attention to them, they're probably gonna check their phone first thing in the day. So it's probably a good idea to try email them like first thing in the day. So I'm probably gonna hit them at like maybe 6 a.m., 5:30ish a.m. to around, I'd say like 1 p.m.ish. Let's actually go 1 p.m.ish. I mean, you could send all day if you've got a lot of leads to send, but a lot of emails to send. And normally I like to send EST time, by the way. I don't like to send on Saturdays and Sundays. Most people have days off on Sundays, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna name this M2F, and I'm gonna call it like 5:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Again, you just wanna test around when your best kind of like sending times are, what time zone's best for you. But this is all about testing, guys. So I do recommend testing. I'm just gonna call this EST time. Save that, go to save, that's already saved. My options now, what account to use. This is where you can actually use, and again, make sure you've got custom tracking domain set up, by the way. I haven't mentioned this yet just because you can follow along on instantleads.ai's kind of like tutorial. It will show you exactly what to do, guys. If you want me to make a video about this, there's probably, first of all, no even point in me doing that unless you just want me to say it, because it's already been said. Unless you like my voice while I'm saying it, let me know, or something crazy like that. Stop sending emails on a reply. That's obviously, you want to make sure that's enabled. You want to open tracking, yes, of course, because we need to figure out when our best times, what our best subject lines are, and track all of our numbers. So yes, we need to enable this. Delivery optimization, send as text only. This is recommended, but it disables open tracking. So we can actually turn this off and enable it. The reason why I actually have this turned off, whenever you track an email, it leaves kind of like it's almost like a pixel that you hit a person with, like a piece of like an image almost, and it shows if that image is being viewed, which, you know, triggers what you call an open. So what this basically does is it will turn off that pixel, that tracking pixel. Basically, it's like a pixel, and it stops this tool from tracking your open rates, which obviously you don't actually want to do, unfortunately, because you want to make sure that you know you have a 65% open rate. Now, what you can actually do is set the actual max emails you can send per day. I recommend per domain, don't send more than like 50 per domain. What you can do is you can actually have on this particular tool in the back ends of the settings, you can have it to send out your campaign from multiple different domains at a time. Or you can just set it to one domain per one campaign. So one campaign sending only 50 emails per day, duplicate the campaign and have another domain sending 50 emails, but to 50 different leads. So now you've got 2 domains in rotation, is what I'm trying to say. This is why this tool is so powerful. Hope you can see this kind of like why this is so powerful, guys. And as you can see, what you can do is you can open up the advanced limits, and you can actually start messing about between like how many minutes in between emails do you want to wait. So it actually looks to Google like, you know, you're actually handwriting these emails and you're not just using some sort of bot or tool. This is very good. Play around with these, guys. But I just wanted to give you the overall gist, and all you want to do is you want to press launch. If you've got any errors on launching, just honestly just go through triple step, watch this video back and just go through it sequentially. I hope this video has been very, very helpful though. All you realistically need is a goal. You know, put your goal in here, which obviously then you can put into this and translate how much outreach you need to do. By the way, I think I kind of skipped over this bit, but long story short, this goal engineering thing shows you how many clients you need. And then this shows you, when you take those numbers and translate, you need 7 clients in 29 days. It will then show you need to do 105 outreach per day. And then all you do is you go about just optimizing for hitting 105 outreach per day, every single day, using these tools, these systems. And this is it, guys. This is how you actually do it. This is the second half of the hybrid system. The first half is actually leveraging Upwork first to make money so you can afford these softwares to run for you automatically. And this honestly is why I keep saying the hybrid system is so impossible for anybody to beat, because Upwork is like an extremely warm traffic source that allows you to generate cash flow. This cash flow then pays for instantly, it pays for your email system. It pays for the entire email system. Pays for it. And this is what you call a self-financing system. It finances itself. So instead of like getting a job, 9-to-5 job, and then using that money from your job to then put in your email system, why not just use Upwork, close some social media management clients, outsource the work so your time's not attached to it, and now you're actually got a cold email system that's running for you automatically, pretty much passively. I won't say like extremely passively, but more passively than if you work in a job. When you work a job 9-to-5, you're directly trading your time, literally hours, for money. Whereas if you do the Upwork route, you're actually you're exchanging value for money, for cash. And then that cash, like I said, can go into your virtual assistants in your cold email system overall. This is why the system is unbeatable. How are you going to beat somebody if you're only able to send 10 emails per day and someone else is sending 450 emails per day from like 10 different burner domains? Each one of the domains is sending 45 emails per day. Excuse me, 45 emails per day, not 450, 45 emails per day via a team of like 5 virtual assistants. You can't beat that by yourself. It's impossible. That's like saying one man versus, I don't know, 5 people in a fight. Doesn't matter how strong you are, you're probably gonna get battered, to be honest with you guys. Like you can't physically beat. There's too much of an advantage over this side. That's what I'm trying to say. The only problem is that like most people are trying to hire virtual assistants and train them up, and they've got no system for this, and they've got no cash flow to sustain it. Use the hybrid system. That's why there's 2 steps to it. First step is Upwork. Second step is cold emails or cold outreach. Doesn't even matter. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this. If you want to enroll into H-Reputation, the link is below. This is exactly what the program's all about, what I've been shouting and screaming at. I'm still yet to find a system that beats this. I think that the only system that can actually beat this is if you was to physically spend like $300 a day on running ads for your own agency to get agency clients. That's the only way I can think of actually beating this. Anyway, guys, if you want to work with me one-on-one, the link is below as well. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Peace.